forward to most?
Well, actually, I think that this game tonight represents a real challenge for both teams. They get more out of this, a friendly, than they do out of the competitive stuff at the moment, such as the nature of a lot of these groups in qualifying for next year. But a lot of good players on show. I'm surprised, actually, at the amount of genuine quality and regular first teamers that are on show. So we should have a very interesting game tonight, a real competitive one.
It's Jordi Alba, who's one of those in the European Championship final. Bringing it back to Piqué, who was a doubt for tonight's match with a knock that he picked up over the weekend. And available from the start once again this evening. France beat Luxembourg on Saturday night, although it wasn't without its strife. They managed to concede a goal to a side ranked 135th in the world, which did raise questions about those in the defensive battalion, including Laurent Koscielny. Is Morata will provide a test for him tonight. Pedro. Space for Carvajal. Wide by Umtiti. Another chance for Carvajal to cross, and Umtiti has to duck in ahead of Pedro. With Morata breathing down his neck.
Decent ball in from Dani Carvajal. Just a little bit too big for Pedro at the near post. Morata never going to get on the end of that, but that's a good start from Spain. Nice and positive, and immediately on the front foot.
First corner of the night to the visitors. Can be taken by Koke. 32nd appearance for his country tonight. Conte doesn't get much on that header. The second one wasn't great either. This is Pedro.
A little bit surprised them actually to see Christophe Jallet playing right back. Sebastian Courtier, younger version, sorry, and a real good player, promising young right back. So being rewarded for consistency. Jallet, over the years, vastly experienced player as well.
Didier Deschamps signed on for another tournament after just missing out of the final of European Championships in 2016. You can understand why he did that. You mentioned Jallet being experienced, but there is an emerging young crop at his disposal, and he wants to be the hand that guides them.
So many good players, the French at the moment. The squad is awesome. There's a lot of players who are going to be disappointed that aren't going to make the playing next summer. Genuine, real quality players as well. Not guys that might know that they're in a squad and they're not really going to get a game. I'm talking about the sort of players that can make a difference. They've got that many at the moment. But Deschamps got a lot on his plate, not only to ensure that they keep winning matches, but to make sure that the right players are getting the right amount of game time and they're developing at the rate that he requires.
Here's Jallet. Koscielny. Mbappe was chasing, and now it's gone out to Gamero. Piqué has gone with him. A little tug of the shirt, but Gamero's round him. And it's just behind the arriving Tolisso, who does love to surge into the box. He does that for Lyon in Ligue 1, making his debut tonight. And that was a real opportunity.
Yeah. A couple of blue shirts were flying into the box. The ball from Gamero did really well, holding the play up and then too easily turning Piqué. Just that ball with the outside of his boot across the penalty spot, just behind the on-rushing blue shirts. Again, peeled off into that wide area. Make sure he gets hold of the ball, and then far too easily goes past Piqué, but the ball in the end was a poor one.
It's Mbappe who was closest to him, and Tolisso who was arriving on the edge of the penalty area. Percival back to Umtiti. Hugo Lloris is equaling Fabien Barthez tonight as the most capped French goalkeeper. In his debut in 2008. And once again has been making some marvellous saves, not only in the Premier League but in training this week as well, which you may well have seen. Looking for Mbappe, and it's a big save from David De Gea. And what an impudent little strike from the Monaco hitman.
Lovely play from France again. Gamero in the wider areas, linking up this time with Griezmann. Clever ball in, and Mbappe does well, actually, the outside of his boot, to actually give De Gea something to consider.
He was the second youngest debutant of all time on Saturday when he came off the bench against Luxembourg. People were talking about Zinedine Zidane and comparisons with him. He rather sensibly changed the conversation by saying, well, didn't he score on his debut? I didn't manage that, so I've still got a long way to go. Iniesta, looking for Morata. Let's go skipping forward. Koke.